From 41 Action Sports, here's Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.
Oh, hope all your fantasy players are bringing you big-time enjoyment. Hello, everyone. Welcome into Monday Morning Quarterback. The panel is in. Brad Fanning, Kenitra Pulliams, and Therese Paylor. We're talking about the Chiefs. They obviously played last Thursday, a heartbreaking 31-30 loss in Oakland. But do they have enough gas left in the tank to turn this thing around for next Monday when they take on the Broncos at Arrowhead? I want to start things off with Therese. And Therese, you were out in Oakland and you got an opportunity to see this team. And last night we talked about, have teams started to figure out this Chiefs team right now?
I don't think so. I think it's just a beat-up team and a defense that really needs to find some answers. You walking around the locker room on Thursday afterward, guys weren't beat down, but they were tired. And they are beat up. So they got this weekend to relax, and they need it. And I hope Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator, spent the weekend working on some things, because you can't have one week where your team gets run all over and run through, and then the next week your team gets passed all over and passed on. So they got to figure it out here. They got to be a little bit more aggressive. They need some defensive answers, because they have got to start generating more pressure on the quarterback, especially against the pass. If they don't do that, they're just going to continue to have long games.
It has started to get very interesting at this point of the season, Kenitra. 2 straight losses for the Chiefs. What do you think they have to do to turn things around?
I mean, Derek Carr was supposed to be a hoopty, 2 weeks removed from having a broken vertebrae in his back, and all of a sudden he's looking more like a Rolls Royce against the Chiefs on Thursday night, passing for 500 yards. I mean, you got to get some pressure on him. You got to do something, but at the same time, as Therese mentioned, the Chiefs' offense needs rest, because you got to keep giving the ball to Kareem Hunt. Put the ball in his hands, late game situations, and allow him to churn some more yards. I mean, because, even though he's had 100 yards from scrimmage in every game this season, he needs to be able to run the ball. He needs to be durable for the rest of this season.
And durability has been a problem for the Chiefs, especially that offensive line. Brad, I want to ask you about the tread on the tires for Kareem Hunt. This guy's taken a beating already this year.
Yeah, it was one of my concerns right out of the gate. I mean, you're talking about a rookie running back that weighs maybe what? I don't know, maybe 210, I think. I don't know what he weighs right now, but you're talking about a rookie running back that's coming out of the MAC, playing 4 preseason games. Then he's got a 16-game regular season, then in the playoffs. I mean, they're not used to taking this type of a beating, all right? So, and in my opinion, if the Chiefs are going to make a deep run in the playoffs, I think Kareem Hunt's the difference, all right? So you've got to be able to somehow keep him healthy. Listen, I picked the Chiefs to lose to the Raiders, and I did it for one specific reason. I thought that quick turnaround and those guys being beat up, it would really cost them. You should be able to score 30 points in a game, especially on the road, and win a game. The Chiefs couldn't do it, all right? They need this rest. They need 10 days off to get ready for Denver. I thought if they went 3-1 in this 4-game stretch, which I think is the toughest 4-game stretch of the season, I thought they'd be in pretty good shape. I knew they'd lose 1, possibly 2. Now they've lost 2 in a row, so what are they going to do against Denver and Dallas? I mean, this team has got to get healthy and get healthy quick. Fortunately, it's a mini bye week this week.
And when you look at the film and you look at all the tape of what's happened over the last couple of weeks, Andy Reid is going to find a way to make things happen. Therese, what do you feel as if Andy Reid is talking to his players and his coaches about this week?
Well, I'm sure he gave them the little the same spiel he always does when he gives them time off. Hey, don't do anything to hurt the team. Okay, guys? I'm sure he said that part. But this week is going to be about getting back to work, right? They're going to get Tuesday off. But, starting on Thursday and even Wednesday, they're going to have to start getting in the mindset of, hey, this is a must-win game, because they're 5-2, and I still don't think it's time to ring the alarm. But if they lose this game to Denver at home on 10 days rest, then it's time to unleash. Shouldn't happen. Not against this Denver team that just lost today. Yeah. So, the message is going to be, okay, we had a couple tough losses. Now we need to bounce back. And some of that's going to be on the coaching staff. Offensive play calling has to be like it was against the Raiders and not like it was against the Steelers. And the defensive play calling needs to be more like it was against Philly and not like it was the last 2 weeks, okay? And I will say this. One of the big problems is that pass rush. Again, they got to blitz more. You can't just drop 7 or 8 guys in the coverage if your guys up front aren't winning. Those guys up front have all of a sudden lost the ability to win these one-on-one matchups. And Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator, needs to be more creative.
Creativity is a must. Kenitra, what are you looking forward to when the Broncos get to town on Monday?
I mean, definitely as bad as the Broncos look Sunday afternoon against the Chargers, hopefully that will be the cure to what ails the Chiefs right now, and just tee off on Trevor Siemian and see what Denver's so-called no-fly zone, see what that's about. Allow Alex Smith to take some chances, to air it out, take some chunks, and just let his playmakers go. Demarcus Robinson, maybe he asserts himself a little more in that offense. And, of course, Tyreek Hill, chucking up the deuces to folks. Let's see that happen.
Well, it's time for us to chuck up the deuces once again for Monday Morning Quarterback. For the panel, Brad, Kenitra, and Therese, I'm D. Jackson. And, of course, we will see you guys at the game. Take care.
This has been Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.